If you've ever been on a diet, you probably know that there is diet foods, but they're not actually diet foods. Let's talk about that. Hi, my name is Emerald. I am a 22-year-old mama to a 10.5-month-old little baby boy. I am on a weight loss journey to lose at least 120 to 150 pounds before I have my second baby. And I make videos to share information that I have found along the way. So today I want to talk about the diet foods, the foods that we typically hear about, and then foods that we actually should be eating while we are on our diets, or I like to say lifestyle changes. I really do believe that you have to change your lifestyle because eventually you're going to lose the weight and you're going to have to maintain. So you can't ever go back into the way that you were eating before. I'm going to start with granola. Granola is very, very, very high in calorie. It's also can be high in sugar. Typically, there's honey in it. Some people put sugar in it. There might be maple syrup. And even if you use honey or maple syrup, that is still sugar. I know a lot of people think because it's not white refined sugar, it's, different or whatever, but it still is a sugar source. So you have to be careful with that. And because a lot of the times, with sugar, any kind of sugar that's not actually sugar free, there's going to be a lot of calories. And then also for granola, a lot of the times there's like coconut oil used, and that's high in fat, which typically always means high in calorie as well. So you have to be really careful with granola. And if you're going to do a granola, at least try to get a protein granola. That leads us into food number 2, which is nuts. So nuts are absolutely nuts. um, but they really are nuts because it is crazy high calorie. Like you can have like this, they say like a palm full, and it's like hundreds of calories, and it's not very filling. It doesn't last very long. So I just avoid nuts completely. Of course, if there's like a nut in something or whatever, I'll eat it. But I don't ever go out of the way to buy nuts, snack on nuts, any of that, because I just don't find it very beneficial for my goals, at least. Okay, topic number 3, peanut butter. It is very, very hard. I am a peanut butter lover through and through. Let me tell you, I love peanut butter. I will literally sit there, I will take a spoon, dip it in the peanut butter, and eat it straight from the spoon. I love it so much. So giving that up has been very hard, but also it is crazy high in calorie. There's ways around this. One of my good friends was actually just telling me about the peanut butter powder. I have yet to try it. I really want to get some because I think I would just absolutely love that, honestly. And she was saying that it's pretty low calorie. I haven't done a ton of research into it yet, but that is an alternative that you can use instead of, peanut butter in a jar from the store. My sweet baby son woke up from his nap, so he is joining us right over there in his high chair. He's having some cheese. So another thing that I want to talk about is avocado. It's super high in fat, which is not cool. Because high fat, can mean high calorie. So it's delicious. I love it. I love guacamole. I love putting avocado on my sandwiches, but I try to limit it because of how high calorie it is. Now a little bit obviously isn't going to blow your diet, but if you weigh it out and make sure you are actually eating the amount you think you are, then it's okay to consume. One of the things that I want to talk about that I feel like is one of the most pushed health foods there is smoothies. A lot of the times there's actually a lot of sugar in it because even though fruit is fruit and it's natural sugar that is in fruit, it's still sugar. So you have to be really careful with your smoothies because sometimes, especially if you go to a place and get a smoothie, it can be like hundreds of calories. So you have to be really careful with the amount of sugar and the amount of fat that's in them because they just become very calorically dense, and you don't even realize it. Did I just steal some baby cheese? Yes, I did. Is it good? Yes, it is. And I'll do it again. I have 2 different sections. I have the high protein and then I have food for volume. Let's get into the food for volume first. Okay, so a lot of foods that you can consume with a lot of volume. Potatoes, we just had those last night, and our cheese fries, so delicious. Greek yogurt, super, super easy to eat, like a decent sized bowl of high protein, keeps you full. Egg whites, you can put a ton of egg whites in your scrambled eggs or whatever and make a ton of food. Like it's an entire plate worth of food just for a couple extra 100 calories. Something that I really like to have in the mornings, actually, and I'm going to make a video on this, is my overnight oats. It's delicious. I don't make them with chia seeds. Chia seeds aren't my favorite, so I actually leave those out and I just do oats. Um, and then the final one for snacking. Yes, snackers, listen up, because there's even a food for us, popcorn. Popcorn is the best thing ever. You can have a ton of popcorn, especially if you just pop it on your stovetop. It's amazing. You can eat like, quite a few cups worth for not very many calories. And then one more thing too, actually, that just came to my mind is rice cakes. I really like the lightly salted rice cakes. They're super delicious. You can even get the caramel ones. They're not that extra high calorie if you need something sweet, or the everything bagel ones if you want to put tuna salad or chicken salad or egg salad on them and use them as a boat, to get the salads in your mouth. Okay, so now we're going to touch on the high protein foods that you can eat. Cottage cheese, phenomenal thing. I make incredible bagels. So good. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Make these. You will not regret it. They're not bad on calories. I think it's 180 calories for like 15 grams of protein for a bagel. So it's not bad. It's 3 ingredients. It's literally egg, flour, blended cottage cheese. I have a video in my shorts. I really recommend these. They're super delicious for breakfast sandwiches. Another thing that you can eat a lot of is lean turkey and lean chicken. I really like to get ground turkey and then chicken as well. So I want to just give you a little example. If you swap certain foods, it really can benefit you. It can really get you a bang for your buck with calories and protein. Chicken breast, for example, it's like 165 calories for a decent portion and 27 grams of protein, versus chicken thigh, it is 260 calories for only 22 grams of protein. So if you do a swap out for chicken thigh versus chicken breast, it really can bring your macros up and make them better. And so I really recommend that, because just those little swaps, even if a recipe does call for chicken thigh, I always just swap it out with chicken breast. And obviously lean beef is really good. I always try to get at least 93% lean. So another thing that I want to talk about is protein shakes. Super awesome. I know they can be a little bit pricey, but good news, I have protein powder that is actually very affordable. It's called True Nutrition. You can customize it. They have all different flavors. They have literally all different kinds of protein. If you're vegan, they even have protein powder for you using like pea protein and a bunch of other stuff. I'm not really sure. But anyways, you can customize it completely. It's awesome. You can even do 50% whey, 50% pea protein if you want. That link is actually in my link tree. So if you hit my link tree in my bio on YouTube, you'll be able to find it. Okay, another thing is tuna. I personally am not the biggest fan of tuna. Sometimes I'll make tuna salad, and it's actually amazing because you can use Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise. Or if you really wanted to, you could even use blended cottage cheese, because mayonnaise actually is another really high calorie food. Now, it's not a health food by any means, but it is another high calorie food that a lot of people can overconsume really easy, especially if you're somebody like me who likes to put like half a cup of mayonnaise on one sandwich. Yeah, it's a problem. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about sweets, because sweets is a huge thing. I personally have a sweet thing every single night, like I've stated before, and I have learned to swap out the full sugar things for zero sugar or diet version. Even my soda, I've actually noticed a difference in my skin, which is really interesting. My skin has gotten a lot better um, with cutting back on sugar. So I always switch out, like, I'm talking even like zero sugar cheesecake mix to full sugar cheesecake mix. Like I swap out even that. And I make high protein, lower calorie desserts. I have cookie recipes. And once you get in the groove of doing no sugar, you can use stevia, monk fruit, Splenda. I don't care what you use. You can use full sugar if you want to, but the biggest thing is you just have to track the calories. And with stevia and all these other zero sugar sweeteners, it's calorie free, so it's guilt free, which is really amazing because I think that we have come a long way in that. So a couple of the things that I really like to swap out for my desserts are instead of getting like Ben and Jerry's, I get Halo Top. Instead of doing a full sugar recipe, I put sugar-free sugar instead. So certain adjustments when it comes to your desserts, you obviously have to get used to the flavor of some things because sometimes it does taste a little bit different. Also, I make a incredible cake batter dip that we dip rice cakes into. It's so good, guys. It is so good. The vlog, I think it's one, not my last video, but the video before, it is so good. I have my recipe in there, and all we do is we take rice cakes, break them up, and dip it and eat it. Super low calorie. It's high protein. It's delicious. It literally like fulfilled my sweet tooth craving. Hardcore. Is so yummy. If you guys haven't tried Drizzlicious as well, I highly recommend trying Drizzlicious. You can literally eat like the entire bag. It's like pretty good size, the entire bag for, I want to say it's like 480 calories or something like that. I'm not gonna lie, I've pounded the whole bag at times. I save my calories for it. So, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. Thank you so much for watching. It's always so fun to film these videos and just chat with people on the other end of this. I have a really fun time making these videos. If you have any recommendations for certain videos you want to see, recipes you want to see, please comment down below and let me know. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Yeah, hit subscribe. Love the video. Leave a comment. I will chat at you later. Bye.